Loading.
Going to go ahead and call the meeting to order 5:31.
Tim Yan.
Yes.
Betty Gordon. Bev Evans. Here. Tom Baker. Here. Shannon.
If you would, please join me in saying the pledge for me.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To start out tonight, we have a couple of presentations. Ms. Donald, if you would like to come forward. I believe you have a couple of special presentations that you would like to make tonight.
It's my privilege and honor to recognize the valedictorian and salutatorian of the class of 2021. So I'm going to call them up individually and present them with this honor award and publicly recognize them. So our valedictorian is Ms. Casey Bigelow. And our salutatorian this year is Ms. Avery Grusenberg.
Congratulations to both Casey and Avery. For future classes coming up through the hard work and not necessarily the easiest program that you guys are in, the New Vision program, still can get you there. So congratulations, ladies. And you have another one, right?
Yes.
Special.
Yes, we're also honoring Mr. Jason Gage as a graduate of class of 2021. I'm going to be attending the ceremony, so this is his recognition.
Yeah, there you go. You got a picture.
Got it?
Congratulations, Jason.
Again, Jay, you've come a long ways, and it's nice to see, you get to this point, and we understand that you can't make graduation, but we still wanted to take the time out to make sure that you were recognized. Okay, nice job.
You are welcome to stay through the entire meeting if you want to, or you can.
It's a long one, I will say that.
Just take off. Same. Okay.
Okay. So moving on, we have a couple of people to address the board, and I just want to read this as we try to, or are going to start reading, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. Just as a reminder to those that are scheduled to address the Board of Education, you'll be given up to 5 minutes to address your concerns in a respectful and professional manner. If I or any member of the board feels that a topic being addressed is of a confidential nature or your remarks become disrespectful, your presentation will be concluded immediately. Also, please do not expect the Board of Education to have an ongoing dialogue or even ask questions regarding your presentation. A written response from me and or the superintendent addressing your questions and concerns will follow within 5 business days. With that being said, I will call first Mr. Dan Anger.
Good evening.
Hey,
I've cut my comments down from about 3 hours to the 5 minutes that you asked me to. My students will certainly tell you that I can be long-winded. So, ladies and gentlemen of the board, Dr. Schmidt, Mrs. Donlin, Mr. Edmister, and various and assorted alumni, administration, parents, community members, and teachers. I'm here tonight to discuss the future of the English department at Genesee Valley. For the last 13 years here, I've worked to make the department what it is today. When I came here, we had no college English class. Now students can leave Genesee Valley with their English credits that they need and no longer need to take their freshman composition courses. When I was put into the 11th grade Regents course, our passing rate hovered around. In the last 3 years, the Regents exams, when they were offered, every student has passed, and more than 50% of our students achieve mastery. Through my career here, I built and maintained relationships with our young adults. Many of those who sit here. I've taught, mentored, and counseled students who went into engineering, internet technology, law, construction, plumbing, the military, and even, dare I say, teaching the poor fools. The work that I've done here goes so far beyond Shakespeare's sonnets or the writing process. It's more than teaching alliteration or grammar. It's working with the young men and women who walk into my classroom daily. It's helping them think about and discuss hard topics like philosophy, morality, religion, and community. It's guiding them in a safe environment to become their own person, to make their own decisions, and forge their own way into adulthood. And as we all know, we adults are far from having this confusing life all figured out. And that's the crux of my presentation here tonight. I like to think I'm good at what I do. I ask that you speak to some of the former students who are here tonight or who reached out to you via email. Listen to their stories of the relationships that I've built and continue to build, and the discussions that I've had with them. Consider the strengths that I bring to the district and the potential for life-saving conversations that I have at the upper levels. And then please consider the disruption that you bring with the planned shifts in the English department next year. I'd be moving out of 11th grade into 8th, while still holding 12th grade responsibilities. Mrs. Douglas will move out of 10th grade into 11th and the Regents exam, while still needing to work with freshmen. And our brand new teacher will have to learn both middle school and high school programs, teaching 7th and 10th grade. It is my opinion that this plan is based on a mistake. Instead of one new teacher being placed into a single program, we now have 3 teachers who need to create new curricula and learn new systems. After the hardest year of teaching that any of us has ever experienced, you're asking us to give up the classrooms that we worked years to build and the kids that we love. Please consider that you are taking teachers who are passionate, driven, and excited, and turning them into ones who hold their breaths and merely survive daily. And for what? The reasons for the shift that I've been given are to give middle school students a break from the same teacher 2 years in a row, and that in other districts, the administration shuffles teachers around all the time. I find neither of these reasons to be compelling arguments to destroy the incredible program that we have built together here at Genesee Valley. We are GV because of our ability to connect with and impact students. We aren't a school like the one that I graduated from, where I was one of 500 students. And we aren't Olean, where, when I worked there, I was shifted from my job mid-year and hardly had time to learn students' names. We're Genesee Valley. And the significance of that statement is immense. You on our administration team and our board frequently say that you support your teachers. And tonight I'm looking for your support. You say as well that we're a family. And tonight I'm looking for you to be that family. You say that you want to do what's best for kids. And tonight I'm asking you to do what's best for kids. This change that's proposed is not what's best. It's harmful and in the long run detrimental to the vision that the board has for our district. And if it's true that you support your teachers, then that support can't just be when it's convenient or it's not support. I thank you for your consideration tonight. I encourage you to reach out and talk to the kids who are here who've been through the program that we've worked to create together. And I ask you from the bottom of my heart, don't take my kids away from me. Thank you.
Thank you. We have received various letters from your students. They have been shared. Some of them have been shared already, others will be because they came in late. Thank you. So you'll take those and be able to take those into consideration.
That's all I ask. Thank you.
Absolutely. One person that asked to address the board and actually got in a little bit behind our 5-day deadline did take us up on the offer to write a letter, which I told her I would read tonight, and if you will bear with me, I thought it was going to be a page or two, but this is a little bit longer than I expected. And that's the best at this. So, this letter is on behalf of Melinda Middoff, the parent to 6 children that attend Genesee Valley Central School. 2 children are currently in 11th grade, 1 child is in 6th grade, 1 child in 1st grade, and my twin sons, Matthew and Martin Danny, were in a 611 classroom. This is a special needs classroom where here at Genesee Valley that was developed a few years ago and allowed my twin sons to attend the same school as their siblings here in their home district. Give you a quick background, Matthew and Martin are both diagnosed with autism spectrum around the age of 2 years old by Dr. Thomas Kelman of Geisinger Hospital in Pennsylvania, making us a part of a small 90% of what is called a multiplex family, meaning we have more than 1 child on the spectrum. For those that don't know what autism spectrum disorder is, it's a complex developmental disability that typically appears during early childhood and affects a person's ability to communicate and interact with others around them. Individuals often have sensory sensitivities, lack of social skills, and struggle to understand the world around them. At the time of diagnosis, the twins were nonverbal. What little words they had begun to say disappeared. We worked with our local mental health office to find programs, but at the time, not many programs were available. We often struggled with finding therapeutic staff as well, which was similar to the ARC programs here in New York. The boys struggled with self-interest behavior, elopement, toilet training, overstimulation, meltdowns, lack of communication skills, eye contact, and social skills, just to name a few. When we moved here to Belmont in 2012, boys attended programs out of the district in Wellsville and Cuba Reference Center schools. I expressed to the previous staff that is on our team that I would love to follow one school schedule and have all my children together shortly after Genesee Valley decided to start a 611 classroom. When this program started with the boys, they had exceedingly difficult hurdles to overcome. Simply walking down the hallways without causing disruptions, behaviors such as meltdowns and aggressive behaviors had to be prepared for. We even went as far as warning the other staff in the school to please give the boys their space if you see them coming down the hallway. The school staff performed an ACE assessment of the boys' skills when they first entered the 611 classroom. They either did not score at all or scored 1 and 2s, which is very low. We just recently had another ACE assessment done this year, and the boys have scores in the 4s or 5s where they did not score before. This shows as well as their improvement in everyday skills with staff throughout the school, like those the boys work with in the office at the cafeteria, as well as home and community. As a matter of fact, Matthew has recently begun to dress up as the school mascot, the Jaguar, and visited classes within the school. Boys make great gains in their social skills and interactions within the school, even with others students, and I honestly did not know if that was possible for them when we started this journey. These skills that the boys have improved upon within this program have been amazing, and we have our whole team to thank for that. However, a serious situation came to my abrupt attention last Thursday afternoon when I was called to be informed that my twin son's classroom staff were being moved to a different class within the school. This had never been brought to my attention during our IEP meetings that we just had about a month ago. I felt as if my team at the school left me out of an essentially important situation involving my most valuable, vulnerable children. I was shocked. Why such a change so suddenly when studies have shown that individuals on the autism spectrum do not do well with change? Studies have shown that individuals with autism tend to have a higher anxiety than most of us, and that it is only escalated when their routine, schedule, and predictability within their environment is disrupted. They cannot cope and manage their emotions, and most of us can't. When individuals like my boys are faced with abrupt changes, it can trigger regression of skills. Less of a feeling of being safe or comfortable in their environment, meltdowns, aggressive behavior, lack of interest in school or relationships. Not to mention the increase in behavior and anxiety at home and with other staff because it affects their whole day. It is shown that people on the autism spectrum often find life confusing and constant change in people, environment, daily routine, and so much more. Routine helps to reduce this confusion and anxiety. Routine means a well-rehearsed series of positive behaviors taught with the intention of maintaining consistency. Experts express that a consistent environment is best for individuals with autism. Keeping daily routine, communication, social interaction, discipline, and experiences consistently contribute to reinforcing their learning environment. Many studies worldwide show that individuals on the autism spectrum benefit from the consistency and routine. This will help to bring security and predictability to the individuals in their life. Once routine and consistency are reached, the individual can start developing independence, less prompting or assistance, which then leads to independence and making choices. One of the best ways to help children like my sons is to keep consistency and routine in their daily lives so that they can reach their greatest potential. My family has had to make difficult decisions and find placement for Martin in an educational and residential facility to better suit his needs, because as more changes to routine have occurred, he has begun to struggle with very aggressive behaviors for me. It is truly one of the hardest, most emotional decisions I have ever had to make about my children. This situation is going to cause a serious stressor on his fraternal twin brother, Matthew, when he does leave for the facility. Twins have an extraordinary bond that most of us do not understand. My boys have not ever been apart for a long period of time. I know that this will upset Matthew. He is often and he often asks for his siblings when they are not home for one reason or another. This is yet again another change that is coming our way that we need to prepare for, as well as try to prepare the boys as best we can. It will be hard, but it is what is necessary for Martin to reach his full potential and hopefully allow Matthew to grow more as his own person. I understand that change is inevitable throughout our lives. However, we need to have a better plan of action when involving changes to individuals' lives who are diagnosed with on the autism spectrum because of their lack of being able to handle change. We have built an amazing relationship with Ms. Hutchison because she puts her all into her classroom and students. For example, she and another aide came out to our house during COVID to shut down to help reduce regression and cope with the behaviors caused by the disruption of consistency and routine. Having a great line of communication between parents and teachers is particularly important for our special needs students and families because it builds trust and helps us all reach the individual's goals as a team. I want everyone to know it's not about losing a teacher or a bond or a relationship. This is about my sons feeling comfortable in their learning environment, reaching their goals and potentials. Honestly, we all build bonds throughout our whole life, be it at school, college, in the workplace, or so on. Why is it so terrible for our individuals with special needs to build a bond with someone that they feel secure with, that has helped them to make gains in their life skills and help them to accomplish goals? It has been proven that providing a transition into change greatly helps individuals on the autism spectrum. It allows them proper support and preparation for the change. My sons and I were not given the opportunity to transition from one teacher to another. We were simply informed that our current teacher is being removed and placed elsewhere because of decisions that administration think they are necessary. I ask you this, have any of those in charge of making this decision ever gone down to the 611 classroom and get to know the students in the class? Have any of you taken the time to get to know the special needs students here in the school? Have you seen the regression in behavioral issues that can arise from the abrupt change that my sons will be experiencing next year when they come into the classroom and their teacher is no longer the same person that they had their last meetings? It's something that everyone might not know about Matthew, and he thrives on consistency. I can almost count on the fact that if Matthew sees this within the school, but not within his classroom, it will cause him stress and anxiety. He may even try to bring her back to the classroom if he sees it. I fear that this change will cause us some exceedingly difficult times at home, school, and within the community, as well as the chance for our progress regressing, which to me is heartbreaking. I pray that my words and hopes do not fall on deaf ears, as I want to continue to make goals and gains for their best possible future. We have come a long ways these last couple of years. Students can communicate their wants, needs, thoughts, and feelings better with their communication devices. They can talk, they can walk the halls with little or no disruption, and even get started to make relationships with other students at the school. Matthew absolutely loves dressing up as a school mascot. They are able to help with simple tasks such as helping with bus note, putting paperwork in envelopes, or helping the lunch ladies pass out lunches, and even went into the other classrooms to help raise school spirits this year. My boys have been accepted into the school community there at Genesee Valley Central School and have made some amazing goals and gains. I do not want to lose that momentum we have going. I would also love to see this program continue to help other children in the future, as it has my sons thus far. Autism is a growing concern in the world right now. But 1 in 54 children in the United States alone are diagnosed with autism on the autism spectrum as of the data collected in 2016 by the CDC. Not everyone on the spectrum is the same, nor do they have the same needs. It's important for staff working with individuals to learn about their needs and goals to help them become more integrated into society. Thank you for your time, and I hope this will help you better understand my sons and all other individuals with special needs. Thank you, Melinda. Melinda's here, correct? Thank you for this. We will take it into consideration. And like I said, we'll give you an answer within the next 5 business days. So by next Monday, you should hear something, okay? Moving on. Moving to the minutes, I need a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the May 10th and May 18th board meetings. And those results. So, Josh, Beth, thank you. Any corrections, additions, deletions to the minutes from the last two meetings? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Administrators report were provided via email, and there should be copies, I believe, on stack. Moving on to financial reports, Ms. Ostrander.
So the business office is in the process of closing the year. As you can see by the motions in your packet, we are in pretty good shape. One of the transfers I have is up to $20. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we'll be right around 500,000 Texas funds. So, the other portion of that is the 19,750 in street transportation. So that was for the we also did the federal fund stimulus.
Any questions for Ms. Ostrander? Moving on, then I need a motion and a second to approve the treasurer's reports as listed. Go ahead.
Second.
Thanks. Any questions on those? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion and a second to approve the warrant reports as listed. Right. Any questions on the warrant reports? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need to get a motion to, and a second, to approve the budget transfer. Amount of $19,750 to cover the cost of the underground fuel line repair.
Second.
Josh, thank you. Questions on that? Aaron didn't answer. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Motion and second to approve the fund transfer from the general fund to the compensated absences reserve fund to cover those amount of $110,000. That. And do I see an act, right? Second. Questions on that?
Yeah, so that's just access to the personal, so that's just to keep it.
And now, any other questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion and second to authorize the funds transfer, as you can see there, up to $150,000 in the transportation reserve, $50,000 into the retirement contribution reserve sub-fund, and up to $800,000 into the capital improvement reserve. So, Don and Brad. Questions on that? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion and a second to award the capital outlay project bid to Zero Craft of Central New York in the amount of $76,000. Second. Thank you. Questions on that?
And then doors.
The doors that are updated because it's the chicken wire.
Chicken wire glass. And the gate.
We're replacing the cars.
Yeah, we believe 4 buses. Cost.
Any other questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Need a motion and second to this point. Where is it? Webster's and LLP of East Aurora as a school attorney. Motion. Josh? Bud will second it. Don? Did you have a question?
This agency? We just started to use this agency because we had a superintendent's hearing that required an attorney. This is their expertise. So because our BOCES attorneys act as the hearing officer, we could not use them. And all other attorneys, we had a relationship with one of the attorneys, usually the BOCES that went to this agency. She represented the district in that side. So that's why we had this group. It's on that as basically this is the first time in my career that we've had a student show up with an attorney to the superintendent's hearing. So in the future, if that happens, this is the law firm.
And we've used your services already.
We did, yes. The hearing was the end of last month. So it's
No retain.
we're just approved. You will get, when we do the BR meeting, how we have the attorneys, they'll be included with that, with their rates at the review.
So we don't have to have a retainer.
No, there's no cost to us to have them on it. It's absolutely, it's a per diem per use. We're not paying an annual fee.
Anything else? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to the consent agenda, general action items. We have 9 different items on the consent agenda. Last day of school for student attendance is on there. For pre-K through 6, it'll be June 21st. They will be dismissed at 1 o'clock on the 22nd and 23rd. Tuesday, the 15th will be the last day for students 7 through 12, which I believe is tomorrow. Wednesday, the 16th will serve as a remote learning day for 7 through 12 at home. The graduate list that was provided, the meeting schedule for our meetings, the Board of Education meeting is provided. Summer maintenance workers, Zach Lehman, Ty Marcel, Warren, Tate Grantier, and staff, Alyssa Cleveland, Sherry Preston. The memorandum of commitment with the County Council on Alcoholism and Substance Abuse. The fire drill report that was provided. The professional development plan from the 21st of, July 1st of 2021 through June 30th of 2026. Excise 1 Betco ERS auto scrubber and the approval for the summer recreation transportation agreement with the Village of April. Any questions? Well, I'm sorry, I need the motion first.
So
Don? Yep. Right, thank you. Now, questions? Nothing? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to personnel action. Need a motion to approve summer work days, additional summer work days for Kelly Knosky and Linda Warner, each receiving 5 extra work days. Thanks, Josh. Questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion for the maternity leave of Casey Major. Should be on or about February 28th, 2022, instead of January 12th of 2022. So we'll get back a little bit. Bud? Second. Questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion to create a sign language interpreter position. It would be effective August 24th of this coming school year. So moved. Trash. No. Brad? Questions on that? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. And to appoint, I need a motion and a second to appoint the American Sign Language interpreter, Brittany Fuller. She would have a 4-year probationary appointment beginning on August 24th, running until June 30th of 2025. Okay. Questions on that? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Approve the CSE, CPSE mentor consultant contract for Carol McCall, who will be mentoring and consulting Megan Rentschler. Thank you. Do we have a second? Second. Dan, thank you. Questions on that? None being heard. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion to create alley advisor positions. There's a memorandum of agreement with the GBEA effective the 2021-2022 school year. Second. Questions? And I will ask the question. I know I asked it once, because I wasn't sure what happened. Let's ask that. Let's say it again. Do I still can't remember?
It's an ally club designed to support students that need additional support.
Gotcha.
Any students who are struggling with additional support. It's a
Yeah.
support group that Mrs. Preston and Mrs. Brock are going to support.
Awesome.
Did you say who would be the advisors?
Mrs. Brock and Mrs.
Mrs.
Preston.
Brown?
Anything else? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion and a second to appoint the department coordinators. You can see the list there. Pre-K 3, kindergarten, Nicole Weshing, grades 1 and 3, Maureen Kelly, grades 4 through 6, Keith Major, ELA, social studies, literacy would be Kim Douglas, math science, Raleigh Detweiler, special education, Jack Kozlowski, art music, Nicole Zephyr, phys ed and special areas, Emily Palmer, middle school, Josie Preston, and the STEAM integrator would be Lindsay Simpson. So, second. Josh, thank you. Any questions on those? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. And the next list I am not going to read out because there's far too many. I need a motion and a second to appoint the 2021-2022 school year coaches and or advisors. Second. Who made the motion? I didn't hear. Oh, you made the motion.
So, necessary.
Gotcha. All set. All right. Now that I got Josh with the motion, done with the second, does anyone have any questions regarding any one of these several appointments? I know if you haven't seen down through the coaches, you'll see different names on there, names that may not be familiar, but that is due to the merging of some athletics with Belfast. So there will be two names there, that one coach will be a GB coach, one will be a Belfast. Any concerns, questions? Copy that. All those, yes, great page. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion as second to appoint the senior stand coach, Amy Helper. And, any questions on that? Amy's done it in years past, I believe. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to appoint the senior stand advisor, Kristen Sampson. And that is just a PM advisor, right?
That's very good.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
So,
Don? And did I see a little my way? Any other questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to accept the resignation of Lauren Scholes as a business special education teacher effective June 30th of this year. Brad, thank you. Question? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion and second to accept the resignation of Mackenzie Edmister as a teacher's aide effective August 30th, or I'm sorry, August 23rd of 2020. That. Second. Josh. Questions on that? That Mackenzie can answer. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. And now we can see why Mackenzie changed. I need a motion and a second to appoint Mackenzie as the extended school day director. So,
second.
Thanks. Any questions on Mackenzie becoming the after school director? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mackenzie, for stepping up. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah. I need a motion and a second to appoint Danielle DeRock as a teacher's aide effective August 24th, 2021. Good. Second. Questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Well, go ahead.
As a long-term sub. Yeah, so what you're gonna see is people recognize people's names, we're appointing them at the next year's positions from long-term sub positions. So there's a lot of the names, you'll see.
Yeah, it's a multiple, yeah, several.
Now they're in the permanent, it's all probation position.
I need a motion and a second to appoint Edgar Anderson appoint Andrew Edminster as a teacher's aide effective August 24th, 2021.
So moved.
Second? Yeah. Sure, thank you. Any questions on that? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion and a second to appoint Kelly Gordon as a teacher's aide effective the 24th. Second. Sure. Thank you, John. All those in favor? Opposed? Five yea, one abstention, no opposition. That passes. Need a motion to appoint teacher's aide Erica Grantier effective August 24th. Second, Beth. Questions on that? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Appoint teacher's aide Bridget Makeley effective August 24th. Josh, and a second. Second. Thank you. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. One more. I need a motion to appoint Mandy Slosson as a teacher's aide effective August 24th. So that's not first, and then you got that for the second. Questions on Mandy? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to appoint Sabrina Schmidt as a teacher's assistant effective August 24th. She will have a 4-year probationary appointment to commence August 24th through June 30th of 2025. So Josh, thank you. Questions on that? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion and a second to appoint Michelle Crawford. This is the teacher's assistant. The same time period starts August 24th, and her probation will run through June 30th of 2025. Second. Dan, thank you. Questions on Michelle?
Sabrina's working towards it. That's why the performance is the same duration, same else, and then the appointments are always put in there for pending certification, because if some reason something happens, she's not able to get certification, I have an obligation. So that's why it's pending certification. And that is that she has up to 4 years. She has up to probationary performance. We support her in that role. But she's more than so we have to have some independent certification that we know that we don't have certification, but the best candidate position that we're going to work with.
At least part of it, yeah. Exactly.
That's what happens.
Any other questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion and a second to accept the resignation of Chris Chamberlain as senior maintenance mechanic effective midnight of June 30th. And the board would like to recognize Mr. Chamberlain's service to the district and accordingly authorizes the superintendent to execute an agreement with Mr. Chamberlain defining the terms and benefits of the separation.
So,
Thank you. Beth, she can look at me and I know what she means. I've never been able to get that from you. Any questions for that?
that was pretty much what we discussed earlier.
Exactly the same. Nothing changed. What you had copies of in your packet, what we discussed.
Anything else? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion and a second to approve a performance bonus for Christopher Grant in his completion of duties between March 10th and June 30th of this year. Josh?
Second,
Don? I'll be abstaining, so you guys. All those in favor? Opposed? I will abstain. It's 5 yea, no nay, 1 abstention. Motion carries. I need a motion and a second to appoint summer academic clinic teacher positions to Danielle Blevins, Maureen Kelly, and Caitlin McHugh. Don? Second. Buddy? I saw the nod, and you were just, yeah. Questions on these positions? All those in favor? Opposed? And I believe Buddy is abstaining. Yes. Appoint summer school positions. Need a motion and a second. You'll see the list down through there. Credit recovery, Ryan Reagan, the assistant to that, Michelle Crawford, speech therapist, Aaron Manning, Aaron Grant, and Jackie Rizzo, bus driver, Karen Livin, remote special education instructors or teachers, Pat Kozlowski, April Cole, and Annette Rossler, behavioral support team, Katie Shaw, and Marie Jordan, and teachers aides, Rachel Lermalder and Heidi Cole. Second. Any questions on this? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion and a second to appoint English teacher Kayla Marsh. As you can see, she holds a New York State teaching certificate. She will have a 4-year probationary appointment beginning August 24th of 2021, including June 30th of 2025. Second. Brett. Questions? Oh. She lives in Maryland. She is a GD grad. Yeah. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion and a second to appoint special education teacher Brian Edminster III. Pending certification in the K-12 special education certification area. His probationary period would start again 24th of August and end June 30th of 2025. Thanks, John.
second,
Done. Questions on Brian at the third? All those in favor? Opposed? Sure. Motion carries.
What's that?
We'll share.
in. Made it to March 15th board meeting. Her last day of work will be June 8th, 2021, instead of August 27th, 2020. Her return date remains the same. Ready? Second. That. Questions on that? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion and a second to approve the substitutes. Thankfully, Lynn Van Tassel as a certified teacher, junior retiree, and Stephen Curran also a certified sub.
So,
Oh,
hold you to it.
a second. Fred.
Are you staying up
Any questions about Leonard's speech? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Brian makes so much trouble.
I need a motion and a second to appoint summer recreation program workers. You can see the list there. Facilitator will be Kathy Edminster. Program workers, Nicole Butler, Edmund Todd, Jessica Briggs, Heidi White, Rachel Winterhalter, Deb Allen, Jen Green, Andy Green, Mark Levine, and Ellie Katz, Pittsburgh. Aides, Peyton Watson, Stacy Higby, Jen Green, Andy Green, Deb Allen, and Bridget Makeley, with the student assistant of Savannah Warner. Head lifeguard and pheasant tender, Andrew Edminster. And lifeguard Ethan Watson, Michaela Edminster, and as soon as she's certified, student assistant Cassidy. Second. Yeah. Questions on that? All those in favor? Opposed? And I'm abstaining. Motion carries. Need a motion and a second to accept the resignation of Nicole Butler as a cleaner effective June 25th, 2021. Yeah, Bev, and then you, Josh, second. Any questions on that?
Yeah, it was a big packet, so it was about so. Just working on some.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion and a second to accept the resignation of Nancy Poole. Again, her dates changed from August 31st of 2021 to the end of this month, June 30th of 2021, as a teacher's aide. What? Brad, thank you. Questions about Nancy's retirement? Basically, the date change. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. You can see the upcoming board meetings there, June 30th and July 1st is board retreat. And then July 1st, our reorganizational meeting at 1 o'clock. Don, go ahead with your information.
They are hosting an in-person NISBA conference this year. It will be in New York City on Sunday, October 24th, Tuesday, October 26th. I believe that housing will be opening the first or second week of July. So if you could let Pam know by the end of this month, I should say, if they're going to go, if you're interested in going sooner rather than later, because we know what the struggles we have with getting transportation and housing.
Do you want, are you still planning on presenting?
I do not put in the presentation.
Oh, I wasn't sure if we were going to carry over from later.
I do not. So please let Pam know that. I'll jump down to number 3. Do you have any topics for the Board of Ed retreat? I did the draft agenda today, and it's pretty full, as you can imagine, but if you have other topics that I may have missed, please get them to me by the end of this week. The other thing that I would say to you is each of you had a hard copy of your board self-evaluation. Can you please get that completed to Pam by Friday? So Pam has time to tally it and get to be able to report back to you. So it should be a hard copy from each of you today. And then the senior stand is the last topic that I wanted to bring up. I think I shared with you last week that this year has been a struggle with COVID, as well as it's been a struggle to get students to volunteer and participate in the senior stand. So I've had multiple conversations with Mrs. Musingo, Mrs. Slauson, and Aaron, as well as Keeley, Mrs. Doblin. And so I'm coming to you to make a recommendation to you that we move in a different direction from the senior stand, that we no longer call it the senior stand, that we call it the Jensen Valley stand, and we open it up to all students grades 9 through 12. We certainly would give first preference to the seniors and then the juniors, and open it up accordingly on an annual basis as it's needed. And then I would ask that we can tackle the conversation that our board retreat around what to do with the business, the structure itself. But I'm seeking for your support to be able to move in that direction. This is a single, and I remember Friday, it was as of Friday, 2 students short, which I believe she got her student and adult today, which completed what she felt she needed to be able to senior stand. She gave me a great deal of information around costs, and I'm going to be reaching out to the fair board to try to ask clarifying questions like, when is the rent due, for example, to the building? Asking some of the questions about why we're still having to buy fair passes for people who don't work versus the people who are volunteering for their students. Should they have to buy those passes so they're not participating in this? Participating in the stand. So I just wanted to give an opportunity for you to make sure that see if you would support the idea that we move from the senior stand to the Genesee Valley stand. We open it up to additional grade levels. As of right now, the recommendation is just to 9 to 12.
I think
That's as of right
and
now.
this is something, I don't know, we were kidding earlier about the Board of Labor, Labor Department being there, 8, 9 years ago, 10 years ago now. My only concern, and I'm trying to think as you were talking, I think when you get below, like this year's, and I'm thinking my daughter now freshman, turned 15 in May. She was 14, it's the last May. I think it comes down to they can't work until they're 14, so that would only open it up really for 9.
Well, and I don't qualify this as well. This is community service, and so I don't think there are partners on community service. But having said that, it's a matter of whether this is even something that you want to lower for those grades or not. They're optimistic they want to have to. They're optimistic that we have one of our largest classes next year graduating, that they'll have more students. And again, there's a wide variety of ours. We already had for a number of years around participation in the senior trip. Mrs. Slauson surveyed this incoming seniors. One of the challenges is that this graduating class is a very small class. It's only 28 students graduating. Next year, she said, class of 2022.
This one's very large.
And so the challenge is that they have 3 officers, and they only have 4 seniors who signed up to work at the stand. She met and told them about what their ideal senior trip was, and she offered them 3 options, one being Florida, again, possibly a little bit earlier, Martin Luther King weekend, so it's a little bit cheaper possibly. A bus trip with an 8-hour bus ride out of the district, or multiple trips, 1-day overnight trips around the area. And overwhelmingly, they chose Florida, and 19 of the 28 said that they would be interested in participating at this point. And then the follow-up conversation was, well, you recognize that it's between $1,000 and $1,500 per student to go to Florida. Would any of you like to reconsider signing up for the senior student to help raise money? And I'm not sure as to how we're going to get any additional students actually signed up for the senior class. Any other thoughts?
None that you haven't heard of.
Yeah, that's it. I just want to make sure that
I
everyone was aware.
still wonder where in the path of having to stand where we went, and I think Paul is, you know, the one Angelica alumni that sits here, where it went from being a mandatory, you have to participate to a optional. And I mean, granted, things are different now than it was 20 years ago, but kids wanted to do it. And then when they came out of it, they looked at that experience and they still talk about it to this day. And you know, I think there's a good benefit for kids to go and work at that, just with public interaction.
There's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
For both.
But I'm in favor of the 9 through 12.
Sure.
Everybody on board, or somebody?
I was just gonna say is that most of our seniors do tend to have jobs after school, so that's another difficult part. And another part being is that there's a lot of senior activities that are being taken away from our seniors at the end of the year that is making a lot of our seniors not want to be involved because they're upset with the way that they're being treated, especially this year.
This year,
Yes.
yeah. And I know I went through it last year with my son, you know, they didn't have, we were looking to get graduation.
My daughter said they're threatening to cancel graduation if they do a senior skip day, or they wanted to camp out here overnight. And adults could have provided supervision, I would have been willing to. And being threatened with graduation being canceled, that's not okay.
Well, and I'm not speaking for Dr. Schmidt, but I would have to guess that it's one of those that I get it. I get it because if we wind up in between now and graduation, we could still lose it if the right amount of students become quarantined. And that's still unfortunately the call of the health department and not ours. So.
I don't think it has so much to do with COVID as it does just the fact that these kids are looking for senior traditions. Something that's been done generations upon generations. I'm sure some of you probably had senior skip days or, you know, senior pranks and stuff like that. The kids aren't trying to pick anything that's harmful to anybody or hurt anybody or cause any kind of problems within school. They're just trying to have their last hurrah together as a crowd.
Yeah.
And they keep getting shut down on even some of the silliest of ideas they come up with. I feel like it's a little vindictive. Let them have a senior skip day. Well, I mean, you know, we've been skipping how many
I think the whole point of a senior skip day is to not know about it, but that's just where I'm
My
at.
class so preferable for the senior skip day champion.
I mean, oh, then, we are the Board of Education, I can't promote it, but
Yeah, but they were told that if anybody skips, like has a senior skip day, that they would be allowed to participate in any senior activities, including graduation, walking the stage. Is that even allowed? They earned this.
I cannot speak for the administration. I don't know what was said and what was
Well,
not.
can the administration speak then? What's your advice?
I'm not aware of conversations in place.
Yeah.
And what I would say is that we have done a great deal of opportunities for our seniors this year, given all of the restrictions we've had from COVID, from the beautiful prom this past weekend. We're moving forward, celebrating an amazing graduation ceremony. There was a wet senior picnic today that was organized to try to support their experiences. So in light of all of the restrictions that we face, the idea that the administration of the district is being vindictive in any way is completely false. It's unfortunately, that's an opinion, it's just country.
You can say that my opinion isn't true, but you're actions speak differently. You guys are constantly telling our seniors that you're gonna take away their graduation. They worked 12 hard years.
My daughter was at home having a complete breakdown tonight. A complete absolute meltdown because she was like, if we do this or this or this, we're not gonna walk stage. Why can't I walk stage? Why can't we do senior skipping? Why can't we camp out? There's no answers except for, no, you can't do this. You will lose all your senior privileges, including walking the stage. That's all they're told. And granted, this is coming from an 18-year-old girl who is emotional about everything. So I take it with a little grain of salt. But all I know is my daughter's in a complete meltdown because they're somewhat normal now. So they're trying to enjoy the little things that they can. And as a class, they came up with some ideas and they were shut down quick. And they were trying to get them approved so that it wasn't like going behind the back or anything like that. And it was shut down quick.
Well, we will take it into account,
I mean, this is their last week of school, so I mean,
yeah.
they can't really do a senior skipping now or anything like that. They would rob her. Sorry.
No,
For the senior
it's, I will entertain the motion, we do get to go over some stuff. In executive session, personnel issues and the superintendent's evaluation, so I would entertain a motion for executive session for those reasons. So. Did I hear executive session? Josh? So all those in favor of entering executive session? Aye. 6:43. Motion passes. Thank you for those that attended. Thank you. We will be coming out, we will